So I'm sure that you've gone through a multitude of all kinds of thoughts and everything. But let's talk about faith. So there have been times that you've just been mad at God or confused, or has this tested your faith, strengthened your faith? Like, how is your faith right now? And I've got Kleenex if we need it.
It's actually done both. It's definitely tested it, and it's definitely strengthened it. I've gone through just a multitude of emotions, questions, crying sessions, you name it. I've gone through it in just my...
Uh-oh. I'm here. Deep breath.
Yeah. Okay. I've gone through a lot in my prayers. Yeah, just definitely it's expected. And I need to go through all of that. And I'm not done. I'm not by any means. But I know that all of this has happened for a reason. I don't know the reason, but I have seen so many good things come of it so far. I've seen so much growth in my husband. Oh, I've seen so much growth there. And that alone, I can just sit back and just say, thank you, Lord. Thank you. I don't know what else is going to happen. I don't know the reasons. But for whatever reason, I'm still here. Whatever that reason might be. And from what I understand, because I don't have a lot of memory around the accident, is I probably shouldn't be here. Most people would not have survived the accident that I went through.
You've got some pretty impressive scars on your head.
Yeah, I do. And it's interesting because I didn't know it. I didn't know it until people started messing with my head.
Until I pulled that big stitch out of you.
Well, there was that time too. Yeah. Shelley pulled a huge stitch out. Well, a few pieces.
You asked me to, by the way.
Yes,
I
did. I thought it was just hair grown into a scab or something back there. And I knew that there was something because, bless Dana's heart, she actually pulled it by accident.
Oof.
And I thought that I was going to just come out of my skin.
Oh.
It hurt so bad. And I just bent down and was like, oh my God, what was that? And she didn't know, bless her heart. She grabbed my head and she almost started crying.
It was the exact same color as your hair. I'm not surprised. Yeah, I almost didn't see it. I thought it was hair at first.
Yeah, just really coarse hair because it was
probably 2 inches long.
At least.
Yeah.
But if you stretched it out, because it was all kind of...
Yeah, it was kind of curly.
Coiled. Yeah, curly and coiled. So it may have been a little bit longer. But yeah, so going back to my faith, I'm just thankful that I started out with a really strong faith and have always, tried to be, his hands and feet, be the type of person that others can see that I do have a strong faith, see Jesus through me, and I want to continue that even this way. I can't do some of the things that I wish I could, but I still feel, especially being here and seeing how some of the nurses and doctors respond to me, I hope that I can continue showing, some of that strong faith just by being me. Who I am now.
You're still you. And with the head injuries that you had, you have zero, you are you, 100%. Yeah. No brain injury at all.
Right, thank the Lord.
Pretty amazing.
It really is. Come on, just so that some of you know, my head was dragged on road.
Like your skull bone
Yes.
dragged
On the road.
the concrete.
Right. So just amazing that I do still have some common sense left. Just a little.
As much as you ever had.
Yeah, exactly. Just a little.
So what would you say is the most frustrating thing that you deal with right now?
Oh gosh. Something so simple is that if I have an itch, or even if I start crying, I can't wipe a tear. You know, I can't blow my nose, clean my nose. I can't scratch my head. Some of those small little things that you just take for granted and you immediately just raise your hand and handle, some of those are the most frustrating. Because I just, for the most part, I have to ignore them. I mean, I'll call Jeff sometimes and be like, there is something in my ear.
Oh no.
Please just,
I picked fuzz off the tip of your tongue.
Yes, you have. You picked the hair off my nose earlier.
Well.
And I could see it, and I'm like, there's something on my nose. There's a hair. So it took a couple times, but you found it.
Yeah.
So, but those are really frustrating at this point, just because they happen all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Think about how often, you touch your face, or you scratch an itch, or for us girls, we, do something with our hair. Your hands are constantly going up and taking care of little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, at this point, those are probably the most frustrating. Laying here in the bed.